How reliable is voting by mail this year?
Yeah, a lot of people asking that question right now. The headlines are sort of jarring. It seems to be breaking every 5 minutes. Listen, I've talked to Postal Service workers, voter advocates, election lawyers, and I've been told, Diane, that the system this year is as reliable as it's ever been.
Today, Max Bever, the director of public information for the Chicago Board of Elections, publicly apologizing for mistakenly leaving out additional ballots that had been received by U.S. mail Monday. That adds 10,659 votes to the unofficial count today, for a total now standing at 368,990 ballots cast right in the city of Chicago. Now, in his statement today, this is what it reads: "I traded speed for accuracy and reporting out numbers this week as quickly as I could. I truly regret this error on my part and for the confusion that it has caused the voters of Chicago. I will share updated numbers only when they are accurate and verified."
That apparent human error is now opening the door to what could be anyone's race. The addition to these more than 10,000 ballots is injecting new energy in both the Burke and Harris campaigns, both who had poll watchers on site today as votes were counted. Now, as the spokesperson for the Chicago Board of Elections, Max Bever, put it, these additional ballots came into the mix after he realized he mistakenly left out some vote by mail ballots, issuing an apology about the flub this weekend, explaining that the ballots were under lock and key and were postmarked and received by Election Day. After meeting with both the Burke and Harris campaigns and explaining the situation, all parties agree that ballot counting and ballot signature verification would continue Sunday. By the end of the day, roughly 13,000 vote-by-mail ballots are expected to be tabulated by election judges. The next update expected to come in later this evening.
Not all of those are going to be Democratic ballots, and not all of those necessarily may vote on the Cook County State's Attorney's race. But you're going to see those results updated in tonight's results. But you are going to see continued updated results through this next week as we get through this counting period.
Now, the last day to count any outstanding vote by mail or provisional ballots will be April 2nd.
You're looking at the person who made that error, and I am absolutely mortified as the communication director of the Board of Elections.
Director of Public Information Max Bever saying he accidentally left out more than 10,000 ballots from the official Election Day count.
Ultimately, what happened was that I didn't add 2 and 2 together for ballots that were received back on Monday the 18th, leading into Tuesday Election Day.
If you know how to mail a letter, you already know how to mail in your vote.
How you doing? Good, thanks. Thank you very much.
But how long might it take for that vote to actually arrive and be counted?
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good afternoon.
We decided to test it, sending 100 mock ballots simulating 100 voters from locations all across Philadelphia to a P.O. box we set up to represent a local election office. A couple days later, we mailed 100 more, using the same size envelopes and the same class of mail as real ballots here. To approximate the weight, we even folded mock votes into every one. In the following week, we checked our P.O. box for the results.
Mail pickup notice, there's more.
When we went to collect everything, though,
Nothing? No.
most of our votes seemed to be lost.
That's all I have back there right now. That's
You're sure? Honey, you're totally sure. I believe you.
all right, then. Have a good day.
Okay, take care.
We had to ask for a manager
We're trying to do something about mailing ballots.
and explain ourselves before someone finally found our votes.
They have me somewhere else.
Okay, thank you.
1, 2.
We soon discovered another problem: missorted mail. 2 pieces of it.
We got a birthday card from Mike to Ronnie. Have a sweet B-day. Get it? There's a B on top.
When the birthday greetings ended,
12, 13.
we found a bigger issue. 21% of our votes hadn't materialized after 4 days. And the batch we'd mailed a week prior, some of those were missing too.
So of our 100 ballots, 97 arrived, which sounds pretty good, unless you consider the fact that that means 3 people who tried to vote by mail in our mock election were in fact disenfranchised by mail.
In a close election, 3% could be pivotal.
Our results are broadly in line with the Postal Service's own audits. The Postmaster General declined our request for an interview, but in an email, the Postal Service told us it's committed to delivering election mail in a timely manner. It also says it can handle the expected surge and that it is working with election officials to help with that effort and to educate the public.
I think it was President Reagan said, "We're from the government. We're here to help."